can be spicy. Both these guys are really good, so. All right, here we are. On Ancient Cistern, spawning in the upper right-hand corner. In the red, representing Psystorm Gaming. Give it up for Gerald. And his opponent in the bottom left, from CSO eSports, it is Trifax in the blue. Our Zerg player. Alright. Gerald opening pretty standard here. He's even optimizing his time to return the minerals and make it just in time to get the gate and then send her out for a scout. Unless he's feeling a little safer and he's like, you know what, we're not even going to go for an immediate scout, but no shot. Oh my goodness, he's not going for a scout. Look at that. That is a Chad move right there. He's like, you know what, Trifax ain't going to cheese me. Never trust the Zerg, folks. Never trust the Zerg. But Gerald, so honorable. He's like, I got faith in my boy Trifax. We're both from Poland. Trifax ain't that bad of a guy. He ain't gonna do me dirty in the first game we play. Trifax is like, bruh, I got you. And he's gonna be like, wow, this is a late-ass scout. I should have cheesed you. And that's exactly what Trifax is probably thinking. But I like it. For the opener, it means we're in for a cooler game. In my opinion. We're not in for a wham bam, thank you ma'am. Who didn't buy who flowers kind of game. There's no forge first. There's no pool first. There's no proxy hatch. We're in for a game here. And honestly, it's a pretty cool matchup. Especially with these guys. I'm curious to see what we got. I'm curious what Gerald brings us. I have a sneaky feeling Trifax is going to be playing a little reactively. Gerald with the pylon here just in case of a cheeky Nidus or anything. And he's going to have his... It looks like it's probably going to be a Stargate if that's the case by his placement. But it serves two purposes. Gerald being annoying with the probe, forcing the drone off. Going to go back in again. Oh, look at this. He's harassing. Look at this. Forces two drones off. So that's a little bit of lost mining time. As long as he was doing everything behind it. Which it looks like he was. Guess what, guys? He's in just perfectly fine shape. Probe might take a little bit. Oh, actually, shields regen. He's going to make it back. Perfectly fine health. Adept going to shade forward. It's all scattered by the Overlord, though. And yeah, that'd be it. Interestingly enough, you guys want to see something strange at a Trifax opening? Not as common that I watch it. I've seen Trifax do this. Not a lot of players do this. He just went for just 2 links. So you got an extra drone out of that. Just 2 lings and that be it. That being said, Stargate's going to finish. Another Adept on the way. So we have 2 Adepts now, a third coming. Gerald going to scout and confirm the third base. This Adept's pretty exposed, but you know what? There's going to be 8 lings now. Adept wants to shade out of there, I think. He's trying to just buy time. He doesn't want to lose it. At the same time, as he tries to get away, the 2 Adepts going to join. Oh, no, not like this, Gerald. Goes in the face of the Queens. The lings don't have metabolic, but they will in a second. Third Adept's out to wall off, but that be it. They're just confirming that. They're just going to chill in the choke and hopefully get out of there when they have Psionic. They have Psionic, okay. Oracle's going to come in behind it. As Gerald postures to take a third base. Second Oracle on the way before the third Nexus. And the Link's coming in. Oh, does he have enough money? Gerald, not like this. He's going to save the probe. The Adept's going to come in. It's just a little delayed, but not too bad. It's a normal time third base. We're just used to seeing those like 325 Nexus these days from like Hero and stuff. He's perfectly fine. Alright, the Oracle and the Overlord staring down. Who's gonna win? Neither can hurt each other. But the Queens can come to the defense. Nice catch on the creep tumor, but no serious value yet. From Gerald. With these Oracles, he's taking a bit of shield damage. He's gonna take some hull. He's gonna get a couple of drones, but he has to be careful not to be too... Oh my gosh! Takes quite the beating on the other Oracle. He does have 3. No, he only has the 2. Okay, so he's only going for 2 Oracle. Not overdoing a decent defense from our Zerg player. And honestly, Gerald saving the Adepts was pretty nice. That looked a little risky. Just a wee bit risky right there. All right, Overlord is going to go down to the 2 Stalkers. We got the Twilight, the Forge, and Gates finishing up here. And we'll see what happens from here. All right. Link's chiseling down at this. We're just getting Blink. He's going out for a little bit of pressure. Just one Link going for a scout. Nothing really to defend just yet. But Warp Gate's done. Gerald could warp in a unit if he needed to, if it got really silly. That 4th hatch is going in. Actually, Gerald might be able to get a little pressure on it. He's going to clean up the creep tumor. He is going to go put a little pressure on the hatch. The Adepts are just a debate, I think. Yeah, he's even going to cancel the shade. He's putting pressure on this hatch. The Oracles are going to be pretty nice right here. The +1 and Blink on the way. Army supply in favor of Gerald still for the moment. Gerald's building probes. He's going to start walling off at his 3rd base. Getting a little defense over there. Oh, it finishes. So Gerald going to snipe the Queens now, trying to force him to transfuse it, and the Adepts actually buying the attention of the Lings away. But Blink is not going to be done anytime soon. The Stalker looks like it's in a bit of trouble. See, Gerald just not getting like true damage, but still is going to really injure that 4th base. Kept some pressure on. Like realistically, the few kills he got and little distractions, I think, bought him some time. Rev tag is going to be okay. But I think, yeah, just keeping him out for pressure is not too bad. But at the end of it, I don't know if he should have... I think he could have found himself without Blink in a rougher spot, maybe getting out of there if Trifax was feeling a little more aggressive earlier on. Oh, Blink's still not done. The Oracles are not... Okay, they flex their Pulsar Beam, and that's it. Oh my god, kills the... Oh my god, did you see that? Kills the passive creep tumor, consequently getting the just completing other one. All right, nice Ling run by from Trifax as Gerald's pushing out. Isn't going to have anything to defend. Going into charge. Bailing that's coming. Gerald's going to have to cancel this fourth Nexus. Yeah. Gerald, cancel it. He does cancel it. He's paying attention even though he's on the other side, but the clock's a ticking. Roach is starting to come out. Gerald going to go try to snipe this hatchery. Oracle's coming back in, trying to get some attack. Are out of position. Does he wall off? He has a couple zealots. Oh, no. This could be a blunder. Gerald trying to... He's getting pushed back, but the Lings could surround. Okay, he's immediately going for the fourth again. Okay, Stalker in the wall is kind of nice. This is kind of rough, though. The Lings are back for round two. For another cancel. Oracle cleaning some of them up. Oh, nice cancel the last second by Gerald. Still Trifax now getting a fifth hatch up. It's kind of rough. There are some pretty injured hatcheries. Oh, Gerald did get the third. Okay, so that kind of does work out in his favor. And this hatch is kind of looking like it's a little rough. It's a mostly Ling army for Trifax, who is on +1 melee, going into +2. Gerald going into +2 ground weapons. Charge finishing here soon. Trifax going back again with another Ling run by. This time Gerald's going to have a photon cannon with some stalkers here. But the fourth base is going to have to be canceled again. Oh, not like this. The Ling run by is too good. Trifax canceling the fourth base. Gerald getting supply blocked. Oh. The pain. Oh, look at this, though. Nice blink. Get some decent surrounding. Okay, corrals a lot of the Lings. Chewing through a bunch of them. Let's look at... Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. Did I just lose the whole thing? Okay, never mind. I'm just going to speed it up again. That was a big blunder on my part. Sorry about that. I was trying to bring up the battle report, and it doesn't have the mod on. So, apologies for that. RIP. My mistake. Nothing we could have done better. That's happened to me before, too. I'm going to remind myself not to ever try to bring that up ever again. In any case, because I've had more mistakes than not with it. Stalker's going to buy some time for this. Gerald, is he going to blink? He's back. He's going to blink one away. Finally getting the fourth base. Trifax pushing with a massive push here.
Who wants to
Albatross. Thank you for the raid, guys. Make sure you give Albatross a follow. How was your stream, homegirl? I hope it was fantastic, gamer. Guys, make sure you give Albatross a follow there. Thank you, thank you. If somebody could shout her out. How you doing, Secret Squirrel, too? I would appreciate it if you give her a little shout out. All right, anyway. Yeah, decent force fields. And let some lings trickle in to their death, but that's about it. Dark Shrine's coming down to Swarm Host, I'm assuming by mistake. And well, it's all said and done. But thank you so much. I hope you had a good stream, Albatross. I've been glad to see you streaming lately. Alrighty. This is looking kind of scary. The army supply is pretty even. We do have a Dark Templar, which can serve two purposes here. Obviously, the invisible men that they are, because we don't see any overseers with this army. Because what kind of madman would do it? But also to make Archons. You want to PvP by building in their base? Beautiful. That is based. I love this. I love to hear it. Adrenal glands coming from our Zerg player. Trifax coming in hard. Gerald trying desperately to hang on to this. His army supply is actually pretty good. And he's still got a bunch of Archons with this. Not too shabby, but it's interesting to see the tech. And I think that our Zerg player has no idea that he has DTs. So if he really needed to at a pinch defensively, Dark Templar would be pretty good against this. There are Banelings again. Another accidental Swarm Host. Maybe he was kind of intentionally doing them. And look at this greedy Zerg over here. Try to build two hatches in the same place as the push is coming in. Cancels them both, though. Trifax not able to do that. The Invisible Men. I love this. Gerald using the DTs at cheeky times. There's a Spore Crawler even. He's going to go right in for it. They're going to go undetected for the moment. He's going to kill the Spore to kill the hatch. And this base, which was injured earlier, is going to probably go down. It's a lot of DTs, and all the armies over here fighting every little bit of this. There's no stasis wards, unfortunately. The Invisible Men getting roaches, getting some damage on roaches. They're trying to get some drones. He needs to get the hell out of there. Overseer's Morphin. I would just recall. Did he have a recall available? Let's just take a look real quick. He does. I didn't know for sure. He was just making sure of it. Banelings hitting some of the DTs, or the DTs hitting the Banelings. Either way, bringing them to their death. But guess what? There's spores. And in the meantime, all the Stalkers on the other side of the map kind of taking a weird engage toward the Lings. Do get that hatch that was injured earlier. So, interesting game. Trifax getting lots of cancels on fourths. Gerald getting a hatch kill. Lots of pressure earlier on. And now it's a teeter-totter. Gerald's down in army supply, though. It's looking kind of scary for the Witcher. Can he do it? Can Gerald take it? That is a question. And oh my gosh, he's not going to get a cancel on the 5th base. Meanwhile, this wall's still holding. One of the gateways does fall. Gerald's trying his damnedest to keep this alive, trying to get back into it. He can no longer use those defensive DTs after killing the hatch and everything else. He's trying to buy himself time. He has +3. Zerg has Adrenal Glands. Is only a +2 melee. So that could go for him if he can just clean this up. I wouldn't hate to see Gerald try to get to a point where he can get to a tech transition, but at this point, he's just spent his money, so he's not going to be able to do so. He's just keeping the army supply up a bit. Trifax, unfortunately, in a larger army supply at a lower drone count, though. So if he can get the more Gerald trades, the better it is for him if he can keep the pressure on the hatches. Still, he's going to find a lot of Banelings morphing, and he blinks forward aggressively, but the Banelings are going to start morphing. I don't know if this is going to be good for Gerald. The Banelings are just going to trickle across the map, though. When you have +2 Banelings, it can do a lot of damage. All right, and, well, nice save by Gerald blinking back here. Still a big Roach Ravager army. The Zealots forced to fight head-on, mostly into Roaches. Gerald going to push across the map with the Stalkers catching a hatch. He does have... No, he doesn't have a recall available. He had to recall it before. Ling's trying to pressure in on the side. Gerald trying to save some probes with it. Photon Cannon desperately trying to hang on. The Roach Ravager army is pretty scary. There's no, like, this is the time where I'm like, you need some kind of AoE. I feel like. Thinking some balls. Oh, he barely saves the hatch for now, but there's more Zerg reinforcements coming. Certainly looking at it. A move it as soon as they take a better trade, if they can get a better trade. Gerald, though, hanging on by a thread on his Nexus, is advancing with a superior force. He does it. Basically just Gateway, man. It's all like Stalker Zealot with a couple of Oracles, and that's it. After the DT Archons and everything else was said and done, That do be it. Little stalker pressure on both sides. Oh my good lord. Even blinks that one stalker to the left flank away. That's pretty funny. Or the group, may have been the group of them. It looked like just the one. But anyway, as we get into this fight here, he takes out that hatch again. Trifax starting to get disjointed in his hatcheries and his creep spread. And he's still got some creep spread all over, but there's that one ninja base. Well, now a ninja base in the upper left-hand corner, which is sad. Interestingly, a component of his economy. What a crazy end of the game. Is it the end of the game, though? Is Trifax going to find a power spike to fight it back? That's the question. I don't know. Gerald's chilling on 4 bases. Is he going to need to take another one at some point in here if it continues on? But he's doing some damn good work. Both these guys playing pretty solid on, like, pretty straight unit comps. The accidental... Trifax keeps building these swarm hosts. I'm starting to think it's intentional. He's like, you know what? You're never going to expect multiple of those. Yeah, it's actually good true Uji time. It is +3 toss, but we're just now getting the +3 melee for Trifax. If he wanted a +3 melee earlier, it'd be different. He's got adrenal glands, so crackling's a good unit and all, but that said, Gerald, like, still looking to try to win it. It's like, oddly enough, it's yeah, we don't have the unfortunately we didn't have the WCS or Observer++ mod, so I can't bring up some of the graphs and stuff. GG's gonna be called and Gerald's gonna take it in a pretty sick game. He has 2K gas. You know who else has 2K gas? This guy. Alright. That's how my stomach's feeling right now. But anyway, thank you again to Albatross, because nobody did it. Make sure you give her a follow. We're going to go into game 2 in just a second. Heck yeah, gamer. Alright. What? Did I misspeak? Now you got me all thinking about what I just said, Rigatron. Jesus, Murphy. Alright, anyway. Going on to game number 2. Oh, wait, I went there. Wrong game. Sorry, there was a thing in that where the replays are in. You doing good, Genghis Pong? Genghis Bong. Ay. Un momento, guys. All right, we're going to go into game 2 for real. A little PVZ action. Tuesday night. StarCraft. I don't mind it. Anyway, here we are spawning in the upper right-hand corner. In the red, representing Psystorm Gaming. Give it a 4. Our Polish Protoss player is Gerald. And his opponent in the bottom left, representing CSO eSports in the blue. With a 15 extractor trick. Give it up for Trifax, also from Poland. Gerald, this time going for a hatch block.
Imagine Zerg.
And guess what? Is the hatch block going to make it? I think not, my friend. Gerald's going to scout what it is, I think. He's going to take that information. True fisherman. Trifax is going to still be on it. He did another extractor trick to get additional drones. He's going for a 15 pool. This do be a thing these days in the meta. Apparently in every server. So it's going to be a gasless opener for a while. Now, if Gerald realizes this like we saw Nightmare do to Eba, that could be pretty good. If he goes Twilight, goes into like a Resonating Glaive Adept play. 4-gate Glaive's a pretty good build against this build, apparently. If it's the same one I'm thinking of, where he's going to be on 2 queens, no lings, 3rd hatch, no link speed, no gas forever. Resonating Glaives just kind of bodies it. I mean, you could build some spines, but it's going to set you back on your Roach Warren. But I don't know. That's like basically the only way I can think that you could hold it. a couple cheeky spines to buy you some time, but they, you know, as the clock ticks, the depths just get to be so massive. It's ogre. I would, you know, I'd actually like to see Gerald try to pull one of those kind of games off. That was a spicy one. Nightmare had it's kind of map dependent too, where he had the proxy. It was a ballsy proxy, but Nightmare had he did a 5-gate glaive, no robo, and he would glaive adapt and then DT follow up. It's his Hail Mary, if you will. Or nail in the coffin, if not. It was kind of a cool one. A little hero-esque. Alright, there is going to be a gas this time, so it's a little different than Eba's play. Yeah, I think Eba's was a little more greedy, so I don't really hate this as much. It's a standard build. And Gerald is going to go for a Twilight Council, though. And that said, with the later gas, and he's not even rushing to saturate it, Gerald does like his DTs, too. So DTs would also be pretty good as long as their Zerg player doesn't scout it. I think either way would be good. Alright, Robo's coming down. Let's see if he's not pulled off gas. Starting to think this is a Dark Templar, guys. This is a DT build, I'm starting to think. Alright. One adapt. I'm going to shade back here. Oh, he's going to finish the shade, too. Oh, man, you might say he's a shady guy. Oh, what was that? Alright, Adept going to shade back out. Join up with the other, and just takes a little bit of shield damage. Confirms at third base. And, yeah. Oh, he's going to walk into the queen. We don't want to do that. Alright, anyway, it is a Dark Shrine. Robotics facility finishing up. Going to have the Warp Prism. It's only on 2 gates. Yeah, I know it's not uncommon to do this. And there's this third gate going down. And that's all she wrote for the moment. Yeah, okay, he's just getting his pylon. I was going to say, you do want a pylon with this, but the pylon will finish in plenty of time for the Dark Shrine. When the Warp Prism's out, the Adepts are going to shade back the triangle third. You do have one in the wall, so everything's looking pretty good. Overlord is still out. Overlord going in position just as the Warp Gate is finishing. And Gerald is going out with the Warp Prism. Adept's going to kill a Ling? Nah, it looks like they might have. Still, the Overlord's going to be a bit of a problem, possibly. Gerald's going right for not for triangle, for a linear third. So he wants to go for a kill on the third base. He's not going in for the kill in the Nexus. Spore Crawler is going down at the third base. Sometimes I think it's nice to force the attention in the main. It could be it's a high risk, high reward, but if in this map, it makes way more sense how he's doing it than what I'm saying. Roach Warren's coming down too, so decent response from Trifax. Okay, Gerald's got to be careful. He's fighting with the Spore. He's fighting her queens. Oh, he's got to save these DTs. Saves them all, gets out of there, gets a queen, injures another. But he's kind of in harm's way right here. Big Daddy Immortal coming behind it. Gerald took a third base as well. Alright, Gerald just doing a little harass, getting some creep. That be it. I like the third Nexus behind it all. Pretty good stuff. He's even got double gas saturation. Well, charge. I know it sounds crazy, but what I would like to see maybe even before that would be like a forge. So you still get a good timing on your +1 as a follow-up, but just because it's Zerg. But in the state of this game, it makes sense. You're not really going to you're going to have either lower tech or the upgrades aren't going to be for quite a while for the Zerg because of how he opened. So not a bad move from Gerald at all. Not at all. Oh my goodness. Great googly moogly. A lot of pressure going down, and yeah, we'll see. Third Nexus finishing up. Trifax is not thinking about taking a fourth base with these 2 Archons out in the pressure. He knows something's coming. Another Immortal coming out of this. It's not too bad from Gerald. He's just going for a lot of gates. He's going to go for a 3-base push. I'm calling it. Trying to hit a timing attack. Trifax just getting his third. Okay, there's enough queens out where he's got to be careful, but there's only one on the high ground. Another one waddles its way back up. Can Gerald save these Archons without losing the Warp Prism? The answer is yes for now. Barely. Just barely gets out of there. Alright. Not exactly a super high greed build, but at the same time, he's doing a great job of keeping some pressure on. But still, with Trifax getting this 4th hatch up to a good amount, it's kind of a rougher spot. Gerald knows he's not expanding here. I wouldn't have hated if he took the Zealots and pushed here, but he's going to go for a two-pronged push. We do have an observer coming in. I think he's being patient. He's going to pressure. Or is he going to group together? Yeah, he's going to meet in the middle. He's going to meet in the middle. Oh, doesn't get the creep tumor with the Zealots. All right, we got a bunch of Archons. Some Ravagers coming is kind of rough, but at the same time, Gerald's going to have some more units. He's got to be careful not to lose the War Prism. He can use it for some juggling, if anything else. Zealots going to the naturals, kind of nice. Some units morphing in out of the eggs. Whatever. But we got some fighting going on here. Actually, this is a pretty sick timing attack. Gerald kind of getting a little askew. Yeah, fighting the roaches over here, like I said. That's not surprising. The Archons chasing after drones. A little bit of chaos, and as things get split up, Gerald is going to find some value. Big Daddy Immortal fighting the roach. He's targeting one to fight the roaches, which is nice. The Ravagers look like they're in a bit of trouble, too. Big Daddy Immortal's cleaning up the roaches here. GG's call. It's a